Welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Pokemon Fire Red. I'm your host, Snow, and in today's episode, we're going to be making our way through Rock Tunnel and into Lavender Town. But first, we're going to talk to this guy because I want this Everstone, and he's asked me if I've caught at least 20 different types, and I'm confident I have, but it turns out I only have 13. So in this episode, while we make our way through Rock Tunnel, we are going to catch a bunch of random crap just to spite this dude. I don't even know why I want the Everstone. Like, if I remember correctly, the Everstone keeps you from... Anyways, yeah. But as you can see, I did catch a some new stuff, and I put Beedrill in the box. So yeah, you know, we got skis or Peskies, I think, and Noodle. But yeah, as you can see, Omega, our Magikarp, is level 19. He was level 5 as of last episode, and I told you guys I wasn't sure if I was gonna do that, but I got him up to level 19 in like a span of 20 minutes, thanks to the spacebar function of the emulator, so that worked out. That was probably the easiest I've leveled up Magikarp and the quickest I've ever done it, so we're going to feed it a rare candy real quick, and we're going to take advantage of having a Gyarados. So with that being said, we're just going to take this rare candy right here. I think I'm looking at it so long because when I was actually recording this, my dog wouldn't leave me alone. Like, he kept on trying to crawl into my lap, and he's like 70 pounds, but that's besides the point. So we're going to feed the rare candy to Omega, and he's going to get those Omega 3s in, you know, promote some good heart health, and he's going to level up, and boom. Look at that. We now have probably the most overpowered Pokemon ever created, and even though, you know, there's definitely Pokemon that are more overpowered than Gyarados, he was overpowered in the vast majority of all the early games, including this one, so it only makes sense that we have him. He's kind of a basic member to have on your team, but hey, I mean, I'm not going to question it, because now look at that. And he starts off by learning Bite. We're also going to go into the TM case, and we're going to teach him a water-based move. We're going to teach him Water Pulse. I tried to teach him Water Pulse as a Magikarp, but he couldn't learn it back then. And then he learned Tackle, but his Tackle absolutely sucked. So yeah, we're just going to do that real quick, and boom, now our Gyarados knows Water Pulse, so we are on our way to great things, guys. And as you guys can see, I still haven't leveled up Slave. I stopped leveling up Chiding at level 25 because I didn't want to put it too close to being over its level cap. But after we beat the next gym leader, that shouldn't be too much of a problem, and we can continue to level up Chiding with no problems whatsoever, no obedience issues, so that's good. But as you guys can see here, so yeah, this is kind of what we're working with. I'm thinking, because Grass type isn't all that necessary, we might just keep Slave as an HM Slave. And I'm going to talk to this guy because I just evolved Gyarados, so that'll put us at 20, but no, we're only at 14, so screw that guy. We're going to go catch a bunch of random stuff in Rock Tunnel, so that way we can get that Everstone, which is probably really stupid of me because I'm more than likely going to forget about it anyways. But type up, matching, I'm not liking it too much at the very start, so we're going to just put Pikachu versus Pikachu real quick. And for a second here, I'm struggling with paralyzing him, but luckily he quick attacked me and then got paralyzed from that. So hey, we'll take it, and then I just Thunderbolt him to death. That works. And now she's about to send out Clefairy so we can really start to use Gyarados. We're going to start off with Water Pulse, just see how that works out. Then we're going to hit it with a Bite, and she hits us with Encore, so we're just going to keep chewing on her. I don't know. Yeah, sometimes the move Encore really isn't all that cracked up, but hey. So now we can actually get into Rock Tunnel, and this is when I realized I could have just cut this tree down right here, but that's fine. We're gonna see, as you can see, we're in Rock Tunnel, but you can't see anything, so we're gonna take Slave, and we're gonna hit Flash in the middle of the tunnel. And what that's gonna do is it's gonna brighten the way up for us, and boom, now we can see where we're going. Now, it's been so long since I played this game all the way through that I forget how to do Rock Tunnel like the back of my hand, so I just kind of am winging it, and you guys will see that. But we actually end up getting out of Rock Tunnel no problem. It wasn't too difficult. But the thing about Rock Tunnel that I want you guys to know is, or at least while I'm going through Rock Tunnel, is I'm not going to be skipping ahead too much, because honestly I hit a point in here where I was like, well, if I just end up running into a bunch of crap and get lost, it's fine, because it increases my odds of eventually running into a shiny Zubat. I think I told you guys when we were going through Mount Moon my tragic story, but if I haven't, or if I didn't, basically when I was like 7 years old or something, I I ran into so many Zubats in Mount Moon because I just couldn't figure my way through it. And after running into several hundred Zubats over the course of like a year and a half, I ended up finding a green Zubat one day, and I sat there and I stared at it for like 20 minutes, and I was debating if I should catch it or not, but I ended up not doing it because I was like, maybe my game's gonna crash if I do. Like, you know, maybe this is a glitch. The Zubat's not supposed to be green, so I left it alone and I ran away from it, and then I found out years later, like, oh no, that was a shiny Zubat, bro. You should have caught that. And that, to this day, is the only shiny Pokemon that I have ever personally encountered in the wild or ever. So, I mean, if I get lost in Rock Tunnel and just keep on running into Zubats or whatever, I'm cool with that. But, hey, you know, we're just gonna kind of run around because I was honestly unsure as to what ladders to take, but it's perfectly fine because we ended up making it out no problems, like I said before, and it's actually pretty good XP in here, so I really didn't mind it all too much. But we're just gonna keep running around, we're gonna keep collecting items and whatnot. And in other news, so yeah, we have Gyarados now, and I don't plan on keeping the HM Slave in my party forever, you know, especially once I learn Fly and get through the game, then it is what it is. But what do you guys think I should replace Oddish with? Because I'm deciding maybe I don't want to do a grass type. I'm thinking maybe I might do a psychic type or something else, but not a grass type. I was thinking about it and I was like, well, let's see. I've already gotten through the water and rock type gyms and whatnot. There's not really much of a need for the grass type, so it just doesn't make too much sense for me, you know? Like, I don't see what the whole point of it would be. Oh, and then this Onix, it kept on giving me issues, and I just couldn't catch it, so I just decided to run away. And then I did manage to grab that escape rope that I told you guys about. So we're going to use the escape rope real quick, and after we get out of here, I'm going to go buy some more stuff, so I'll be right back when we get back to this part. Alright guys, so we're back in Rock Tunnel. I just ran to the Pokemart in Cerulean City real quickly, so that way we could just grab another escape rope and like 20 Pokeballs. It wasn't really too much. So here we are from the start. We're going to go back the way we're going. So we're just going to keep on running from all these Pokemon. And, you know, I don't know. I was feeling like leveling up at some points, and I was feeling like just not at others. But we're going to go down that first little flight of stairs. As you can see, we already battled this guy before. If we go all the way over, I guess we didn't go pick that item up. But as you can see here, we're just going to go battle this person real quick. And yeah, mistakes were made. I got Omega basically like paralyzed right off rip. So we're just going to send out Mr. Buttburn, and we're just going to take care of this chick because I just didn't feel like dealing with being paralyzed and all of that and healing up mid-battle. So we beat her real quick. We go to her bag. Thankfully, because I like to make sure I'm stocked up on status heals and whatnot, we have plenty of paralyzed heals, so that's not a problem whatsoever. We're going to keep on running away from wild Pokemon. And this guy with the Charmander, this one was easy. Just water pulse him real quick, and he's dead. And then he sends out a Cubone. We're just going to throw out another water pulse, and he is also dead. So that works out perfectly. And yeah, so as you can see, Rock Tunnel can be a little bit of a maze, and I honestly guessed my entire way through Rock Tunnel. I'm not even going to lie to you guys. It wasn't on my priority list to look up like how to get through it. I was just like, yeah, we're just going to figure it out, because I was really hoping to run into a shiny Zubat. It never ended up happening, but, you know, I'm thinking off camera, I might just do everything I have to do and just grind for hours on end until I run into a shiny Zubat, just because I want one. That's also something I'm thinking about doing for my Emerald run. As stupid as that sounds, because it might take me forever to get through it all. I'm planning on using Zubat and Emerald. I think it would be a pretty cool team. And yeah, so I'm thinking about doing that. Omega faints during me trying to catch this Onix, so I end up paralyzing him at the wall outlet, then I catch him. And we're going to nickname Onix. I don't ever plan on using her, but I figured, okay, this is going to be a perfect name for it, and it'll be funny. So we're going to name it Viagra. I actually might go back, and I might catch a male Onix later and name it Cialis. You know? And then I might breed them, and when I get the baby Onyx from them, I might name it Little Baby, because if you look at his albums, it's like harder than ever, harder than hard, the hardest, you know? So just as like one big like running joke, I might do that. But with each and every single one of these Zubats I keep running into, man, I'm praying that it's a shiny, and it's just not. But it's okay, because I actually plan on running Zubat and Emerald, like I said before, and I might just spend forever in a day releasing like the next episode of Emerald once I get to the point when I can capture Zubat, just looking for a shiny one. I think that would be really interesting. It'd be a challenge, and it would make it probably the most rewarding Pokemon that I have on my team, not even gonna lie to you guys. But hey, if I can find a shiny Zubat in Fire Red during this run through, I'm gonna catch it as well. Yeah, I've decided that because I still have yet to let that shiny Zubat go all these years later, I'm just gonna go for it, and I'm gonna make sure that I have a shiny Zubat during one of these playthroughs. I promise you guys. And I'm not gonna be shiny hunting or like trying to cheat to get it or anything like that. No, I'm just gonna try and do everything I can to run into a shiny Zubat, plain and simple. But as you can see, Omega is running out of power points, so we're just going to switch off to something that's going to be good against Machop, which would be Chiding. So we're just going to do that, and boom, Flying type is always going to overcome the Fighting type. Still no shiny Zubat, unfortunately. As you guys can tell, like I said before, like I was honestly considering just making this like a super long episode and trying to find a shiny Zubat on camera, but I wanted it to... I mean, it doesn't matter that much because in this game I don't plan on using Zubat as part of the team, you know? Now, if I find a shiny Zubat, I may replace Chiding with it, but it's not worth going through all that trouble when I have to record this for YouTube, you know? So, Graveler's out, and he's dead just like that. And I believe it's this little stairwell right here that we end up going down. Yep. And it's actually really funny because I went down all the right stairwells for Rock Tunnel. Like, I didn't go down or up an incorrect stairwell at all. So I thought that was pretty cool. But we're just going to keep on running away from these wild Pokemon because I just don't have the time to keep dealing with it. As well as that, I don't have the power points on Gyarados to deal with it. I don't know if Gyarados learned Dragon Rage or not yet. But, you know, Water Pulse is running really, really low. So I want to be careful because I don't want to use the escape rope and then have to go through Rock Tunnel again. You know, that's just no fun. I'd rather get through it so I can continue pressing forward in the game, in all honesty. But we're going to switch out to Bones, and we're just going to low kick the crap out of this Meowth. And boom, Bones is now grown to level 27. He is one level away from evolving officially. I did look it up. He does evolve at level 28. I was correct. So that's going to be cool. And I cannot wait to get Primeape. It's going to be awesome. And a little spoiler alert, we get Primeape this episode. I'll just kind of tell you guys that right away. Like, yeah, we get him in this episode. But, as you can see, we're battling this next dude, so which guy should we send out? And check this out. This was clutch. This was super clutch. Alright? Look at this. Look at this. Boom. So, Omega learns Dragon Rage. Of course, we're getting rid of Splash for Dragon Rage. And we have the Slave out, and that's awesome. I was like completely blown away that he won that one. I was honestly shook. I was expecting to lose, but I'll take that XP anywhere I can get it. Slave just grew up to level 16. He's trying to learn Stun Spore. I think about it, and I decided not to do it because we already have a Pikachu that we use for paralysis effects anyways, so it doesn't make too much sense to teach Slave that, especially when we're not even sure if we're going to keep him on the team full time. So there's that, but we're going to just keep on looking around because I was just kind of winging this part here, but I'm pretty sure that stairwell that we were just at is the correct one to go through. But I was honestly getting greedy, and I was like, no, I want this Pokeball up here. So we found a Max Ether, which honestly is one heck of a find. Ethers are amazing, and you don't really think about it until late game when you're like, oh crap, I'm against the Elite Four, and I can't just buy Ethers, or, well, you can buy Ethers, but you can't really buy Max Ethers, I don't think it is. And yeah, like, you know, it's not something that you think about until you get to the Elite Four, and you can't heal after every battle, so I will definitely take that Max Ether and hold on to it for later, because yeah, if you ever find them, like, don't sell them, just keep them in your bag, because max ethers, if I remember correctly, there's no Pokemon Center in the game where you can buy them. And at this point, when I ran into these two, that's when I was like, oh yeah, I'm on the right path. So we're just going to Dragon Rage the living crap out of everything, because Gyarados is starting to get strong, and it's learning Dragon-type moves, and, like, nothing can really F with it, you know? Like, we're out here. We are out here, guys. Now we're going to switch out the bones real quick, and we're just going to... well, we missed the first time, but the second time we just threw Clefairy around like a freaking rag doll, and that worked out perfectly. So we're just going to keep Dragon Raging and biting everything that we see, because, I mean, well, we can. We're a freaking Gyarados, guys. Like, who's going to stop me? You know, it doesn't even matter that we're not in water. Like, bro, we're good to go. We've got a freaking Gyarados. So, yeah. But as you guys can see up here, there's another item, but really we're about like 90% of the way through Rock Tunnel already. It's really quick and really simple. It's nothing like trying to take on Mountain Moon. We're going to take on this chick here, and we're just going to switch out to Bones real quick. And we're just going to start punching the crap out of everything that she throws at us. Why? Because Mega Punch is awesome. And she sends out Oddish, and we're just going to punch the crap out of him too, because, you know, it's like that commercial where it's like at a family cookout and the dude's just walking around slapping everybody, and they keep on walking up to him telling him to stop, and every time anybody approaches him he just slaps them. I don't know if you guys have seen that. Like, it's not even a commercial, it's just like a meme video that someone made a while back. But as you can see, just like that, we are out of Rock Tunnel, and we've got a couple of trainer battles to do, and honestly none of these people stand a chance. So we just used up all of our water pulses, but it's okay. We still have Dragon Rage and Bite, and we're just going to Dragon Rage and Bite the crap out of anything that they throw at us. Like I said, guys, Gyarados is overpowered as hell, and even though it's a basic Pokemon to have, I'm glad that we actually went through the efforts of evolving Magikarp. And I'm glad that it took like 20 minutes time total to get up 15 levels. Well, 14 levels and then a rare candy. Because on the Game Boy, when this thing originally came out, if I was playing this game on the Game Boy, I'd be playing it for hours trying to get Gyarados. But as you can see, we leveled Mankey up to level 28, and we are finally getting Primate. Yeah, man, this is something that I was like, maybe I shouldn't keep Mankey because he takes forever to level up. But no, it is so worth it now. Look at that guy. He is angry, he is mad, and he's mean, and yeah, he's trying to learn Rage. And I ultimately decided, no, let's not go with Rage, because I taught Beedrill Rage, and even though it's a good attack to have, because if you've been getting beat up, it does a lot of damage, I would much rather have that damage coming from Mega Punch early and often, and because, you know, they're both normal type moves. I don't want to have to get beaten up a bunch just so that way I can have like a super hard hitting regular type move when I already have Mach Punch, and I can just put... Not Mach Punch, Mega Punch, I'm sorry. When I already have Mega Punch, and I can just start dealing heavy amounts of damage, like, right off the bat. It just makes more sense to me. So, with that being said, yeah, that's pretty cool. We actually are going to go back up here because I accidentally skipped over this guy, and everybody here can just get messed up. I've got a freaking Primeape and a Gyarados now. Like, you guys are not going to touch me, so I'm going to make that known. These are my stomping grounds. And we're just going to demolish that guy real quick, and boom, we are in Lavender Town. So we've got some cool stuff planned for next episode now that we're here. But that's all for today's episode, guys. If you like this episode, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe down below. And as always, guys, until next time, peace.